So the first card you have for your past is the Three of Swords, yes. So yeah, obviously this is a heartbreak card. It could be a lot about, a few other things as well. I'm actually seeing things being messed around, or feeling as if someone was kind of messing you up or messing you around. Not literally, but yeah, I think you had to kind of change your plans, or you had your routine messed up. It was something like that. It was like you had a set way of doing things, or you had a set plan or something, and then someone came and messed it all up. And you like to have systems. You like to have systems set up for yourself, I think, especially around work, but in other areas as well. You like to have it kind of all in control. I don't think you're inflexible, but yeah, you like to be in charge of things. You really hate that sort of out of control feeling. I hate it as well. I totally understand that. So I think this was someone you're really, really close to. I think this might be someone in your family, and maybe there were things, physical things actually being messed up in your home even. Someone might have moved things around. You might have been doing some work at home or something, and then they came and kind of moved things or lost things or changed something. It's something like that. Because I'm seeing a home and I'm getting this feeling of almost invaded, and things being divided up in your home as well and moved around, something like that. I think this person will probably eventually distance themselves from you. I think they might even physically move away from you. The feeling I'm getting around this, and the way you'll probably feel about them when they do separate from you, it's a sort of a mixture. It's like a three-way feeling. It's kind of split in three ways, like this heart. It's kind of a mixture of disappointment and relief that your life will be a bit more peaceful again when they go, and also a feeling of sadness, and kind of a feeling of having to pick up all the pieces again. And I'm saying again because I think you might have been through this before with this person, or something similar with this person. So yeah, I think you've done it before. It's like, oh, again, I have to pick up the pieces. That's the feeling I'm getting around that. So yeah, the next card you have for your past is the Nine of Wands. Yeah, I know I keep on seeing this. I keep on seeing this person who's bringing you trouble over and over again. This person in the Three of Swords. This person relies on you as well in some way, or they did at this time. And I think they're going to be struggling. They're going to be struggling with coping with a few things on their own when they do move away from you. They're really going to struggle with being by themselves and not having you to kind of help them. So yeah, that was my phone kind of messing me up. I'm also getting the feeling of kindness and care around this. I think you really do care for this person, and maybe that's why your heart was so divided around this. It was like, yeah, this is the best thing, they're really messing me up. I can't cope with this anymore. I'd really like to see them be by themselves, but I do care for them and I worry about them. So there's this kind of two-sidedness around this. So yeah, I think they are definitely going to go off on their own. They're going to, distance themselves from you, definitely physically as well. And they are going to be feeling a little bit scared, like this man, but they will be back eventually. And I think when they do come back eventually, I don't know whether they'll come back to stay or for good or what, but they will come back. Things are going to be very, very different between you. I think you're both going to change a lot in that time. And I think this is going to be the best thing for both of you. It's really going to be good for both of you to get this space, to find yourselves as individuals again. They're going to be a lot stronger out on their own, coping on their own as well. And you're going to be a lot stronger and feel a lot better having that time by yourself as well. It's going to be a good thing. So the last card you have for your past is the Six of Cups. So yeah, again, family. I think they are a family member. I keep on seeing family. Because this card can be about, family reunions, nostalgia, looking back to the past, all of that kind of thing. I think there's someone else in your family who might be trying to push you together and sort of keep this person close to you or keep you close together or something like that. I don't think they like this kind of disagreement between you. And I think they are trying to interfere in some way. I'm getting that interference because they look back on their family like this picture, like in this card, like rose-coloured spectacles, beautiful flowers, sunny day, springtime, everything's nice, everything's happy. That's how they like to see everything happening in the family. They have this ideal image in their mind. And so I think this separation or this problem that you're having between you is looking like a bad thing to them. They don't like it. Now, it's not a bad thing. It's actually a really, really good thing. It's really good for both of you. It's not great now. You're not feeling great. And this other person in your family who you're having this disagreement with is probably feeling terrible. But what it's leading to is going to be a good thing. The separation, the strength that you're both going to get. Yeah, this might sound a bit strange. I mean, don't laugh at this analogy. This is what I'm thinking. Because I'm looking at this card and I'm seeing these pot plants in the cups with the flowers in them. And, what I'm seeing is we need mud. We need the bad times. We need dirt because flowers grow from it. So, this is the only cup card where cups are being used to grow plants and flowers. So we need that mud, that dirt, the bad times, so that we can grow, so that we can change like these flowers. So if this is resonating and you are going through the mud of this, the rough stage in this, again, this is for the best. I keep on feeling that I need to say this because you might be really a little bit unsteady around this, not knowing kind of whether this is the right thing to do this separation or not. It is for the best, and I think either you're going through a really bad time with this, or they are, or you both are. But getting through this is going to be the best thing for both of you. You're both going to grow. You're both going to bloom like these beautiful flowers and get bigger and stronger. And when you come back together, whether it's permanently or not, whether you just meet up and say hello, whatever it is, you'll both be much better, more rounded, stronger people when you do. That's what I'm seeing. And that's what this person, this family member who's trying to keep you together, doesn't realise. They don't see that. So yeah, the first card you have your present is the Wheel of Fortune, which I love, but it can go up or down. I mean, I love the kind of uncertainty around that. I love kind of magical things of going somewhere and you don't know where you're going, or driving somewhere and you don't know where you're going. That's kind of, I love that about the Wheel of Fortune. So, but I am seeing in this that it's not so great. You might have gone back a little bit backwards financially maybe, and it might have been because of all of this chaos I was seeing in the Three of Swords. Maybe you had to take some kind of hit money-wise, and maybe it was because you had to take some time off to deal with this chaos, this chaotic person, or you lost some money around this in some way. I don't know, it was something. I won't say that. I don't think it's that. I think it's just some money was lost somehow around this. I think this is a message to remind you that what goes down must come up again. This wheel turns around clockwise, turns around and it turns downwards, and then it has to come up again. So a bit like gravity, what comes up must go down, what goes down must come up, whatever that is. So yeah, it has to come up again. You're going to bounce back again. That's what I'm seeing. You're going to be able to replenish what you've lost. I'm also seeing some new ideas coming to you. I'm seeing something very specific here. So I know it's not going to resonate with a lot of people, but I'll just tell you what I'm seeing. There's some kind of learning program. It might be some kind of business, but it's some idea that you have, I think, about helping people to learn something. Now, it might be a business, it might be kind of a non-profit, it might be a charity, I don't know, but it's something around learning and around helping people. I'm seeing a lot of learning. Now, at the moment, you're just thinking about this, I think. And I'll tell you how I'm seeing that. When I look at this card, I'm just looking at the clouds around this card. It's a bit hard to see because it's up the top, but there are clouds all around. And to me, they look a bit like thought bubbles, you know, in a comic or a cartoon. And inside each thought bubble on this card, there's a character. And each character's kind of reading. If you see these books, they're reading and learning. So what you're doing is you're thinking about helping other people to learn in some way. And you're really, really, this is a very kind, very compassionate thing. You want to help people. That's what I'm seeing in this card. Now, because this is the Wheel of Fortune, you might have to either take some kind of risk or gamble to do this, to be able to do this. You might have to take more of a cut in money. You might have to, I don't know, move to somewhere different. You might have to blindly trust someone around this. I don't know. There's some kind of gamble you're going to have to take. But if you do take this gamble, I think it is going to pay off in a lot of ways for you. I think it's going to pay off financially. Even if this isn't something that you're thinking, oh, I want to make lots of money around this, I think you will anyway as a sideline, because I think your passion is in this. And I think because your passion is in this and your kindness is in this and you want to help people, money will flow to you because of that. And so this is going to be really good for you. So if you do have this idea, don't just keep it as an idea. Definitely do something about this, because I'm seeing a lot of positivity to you and to these people who you're going to help with this idea. That's what I'm seeing in that. So the next card you have for your present is the Four of Swords. So yeah, again, with this money hit that you took, you lost a bit of money, I think. Now, you might be feeling as if you're at rock bottom almost, right at the bottom of things again financially. This is all in your mind, you're not. Again, I'm seeing with the Wheel of Fortune, you're going to bounce back again. This is just how you're feeling. It's not a disaster, but I think you're just imagining this is a disaster. Because if you look at the man on this card, obviously he's lying down. And he's in the basilica of a church, and that's the basement. It's right at the bottom. It's lower than the ground floor, so it's right down low. And he also has his eyes closed. He's not seeing things as they really are. He's kind of dreaming or imagining things, how things are. And he also has these swords hanging over his head. So he's really worried. He's got a lot of worries on his mind. So this is you thinking, oh, I'm right in the basilica. I'm in the basement. I'm down on rock bottom. And I'm imagining all these terrible things are going to happen. And I've got all these worries over my head financially. So this is all in your mind. This is what I'm seeing. You might have taken a bit of a hit, but you're going to get back on track financially. You really, really will. And I just think about where this feeling, this catastrophic feeling around money might be coming from. I think this might come from your past. You know, when you take a tiny little hit, you think it's a huge disaster, and it's not really. Maybe, you know, when you're growing up, you might have had a lot of ups and downs financially, and you saw a lot of problems around that. It might have been that. Or you might have been in a relationship with someone who might have made you lose some confidence around money, or they might have made you lose out a lot when you're with this person, and that made you really stress around money. It could be a whole lot of things, but think about where that was happening in your past that's triggered this feeling, this catastrophic feeling, and just realize that it's not coming from what's happening now. It's triggering from something that's happened in your past. So, you know, it's not tragic. You're definitely going to bounce back. You really, really are. I just have to keep on having to say that. And I thought these noises had gone, and now I've moved here, there's another noise. I can't believe it. Anyway, so the other thing I'm seeing in this card is that I'm getting someone who feels that they're linked to you in some way. I think all they do is think about you. They think about you all the time, night and day, night and day. They've got swords over their head, not literally, like this man on this card. And it's hanging over their head, and they're worrying, and they're thinking, oh, I'm always thinking about this person. I don't want to think about them. This is you, they're thinking about you. I want to move on, but I can't do that. My mind will not let me move on. My heart will not let me move on. That's how they're feeling. There's a lot of anger around this. I think they're angry with themselves because they want to move on. They want to move on. They miss you. They have a lot of feelings about you, but they want to move on. That's what I'm seeing. And they're keeping this to themselves. I don't think they're telling you at all. They're not telling anyone else as well either. I don't think they're telling anyone about this. They feel shame. They feel anger. What's anger? They feel anger, and they feel embarrassment about this as well. It's like, I should be over this right by now. What's wrong with me? What are people going to think if I tell them, oh, I'm still hung up on this person, I'm still not over it? They'll all say, well, you should be over it by now. So they're keeping all of this to themselves. Now, you're the one who's moved on from this, I think, but they haven't. That's what I'm seeing. They're not going to admit it. They're trying and trying and trying and trying to get over this. They really, really are. But they feel as if they're not in control of their feelings, and they want to be. That's what I'm seeing in that card. So the last card you have for your present is the Ace of Cups. Yeah, this is following on from that. They're so emotional. They're so impatient. They're going through this process of having to move on. They can't do it quick enough. They want to be over this very, very quickly, and they're very angry. They're very stubborn. They're very, very, very impatient. They don't want to tell anyone how they're feeling. This is what I'm seeing. Look at the cup on this card, and look at all the water spilling out of it. You know, when you drop something, you drop a glass of water and all the water falls out, and you're really angry with yourself. It's like, why can't I be in control of myself? Why am I so clumsy? That's how they feel. Why are these emotions pouring out of me? Why am I so hopeless? Why can't I control myself? I want to be over this. What they don't see is that this is a process, and they just have to stand back and let it happen. Look at the dove at the top of this card. If they just let this process happen, they would find peace. But they're very, very, very stubborn. So they will eventually find peace, I think, but it's going to take a long time for them to do that because they're pushing against it, pushing and pushing, and they're angry with themselves. This is not an angry card. This is a beautiful, peaceful card. It's a soft card, but they're not letting themselves feel things. They want to not feel things, and they're very angry with themselves because they can't achieve that. That's what I'm getting in that. So the first card you have for your future is the Four of Pentacles. I think you're still going to be very, very careful around money. You're still thinking about this money hit that you've had in the Wheel of Fortune, and you're going to be holding on to your money. So I'm seeing this quite literally. And I am seeing a big purchase that I think you wanted to make. You might have been planning on this for a while. I think this is a purchase around your home, around your house. And I think you've had to postpone, or you're going to postpone it, this is in your future, until you're 100% sure that you're back on track financially. And you know you'll be back on track, and you'll be able to make this purchase. This thing isn't going anywhere, it's not running away. You'll be able to do that. And you're fine, you're very careful and cautious, and that's absolutely fine. Again, I'm seeing this other family member who's trying to keep you and this other person together. They're holding on to their idea of what they think a family should be. They're not seeing a family as a group of people who are individual, and some people like this and some people don't like this and whatever. They're seeing them as the ideal kind of family around the dinner table at Christmas time, and everyone's smiling. And it's not like that. Now, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Again, I think it's a good thing that you're having this separation, and you'll come back and things will be better. I think there's a message here that I think this is an older person in this family who's trying to keep you together, or keep their family together. That's what they think anyway. Don't try to reason with them or talk to them about this, because I don't think, or if you do, just say, you can say some things, but I don't think they're going to I don't think they're going to listen or understand properly. I think they're very set in their ways. So, yeah, you can try and talk to them or whatever, but I don't think they're going to change their mind. I think they still want to see you kind of back together again. And, you are going to talk in the future, but it's not what these people want to see, or this person. So yeah, just this separation's for the best again, and they're not going to see it until until it's in the future and you do actually see each other again. That's what I'm seeing there. I hope that makes sense. I know that sounds a bit crazy. Sorry about that. The next card you have for your future is the Page of Swords. So here's this person in the Four of Swords again, this person who's really, really struggling to get over you. They're sitting on their hands. Not literally, or maybe they are, but they're trying really, 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 really hard to move on, and they're trying really, really, really hard not to ask about you, not to say anything about you, not to look at anything, not to spy on you. This can be the spying card. They're trying so hard, but the opposite's happening. The more they try not to think about you, the more they think about you. It's like that old thing, don't think of a white horse, and of course a white horse comes straight into your hand. You can't help it. So that's what's happening. The more they try not to think about you, the more they're thinking about you. So they're really white-knuckling this roller coaster. If they'd sit back and let this process happen that I'm seeing on the Ace of Cups, they'd get through it. They'd get through it without any problems. But no, they're like, I'm really stubborn. I want to get through this in my time. I want to get better. I'm determined to get better. I'm determined to get over them. I'm so angry with myself. That's not going to do anything. That's pushing against the process. So I know this is all about them, but the reason why I keep on seeing them crop up, usually when I see someone crop up from your past or from anyone's past over and over again, and it seems to be random, it's probably either going to be that you'll bump into them again, or they'll come into contact with you again, or you'll see them in some way again and talk to them again. It's going to be something like that. They're trying very, very hard to resist contacting you. Either they're going to contact you or you'll see them, I think. That's what's going to happen. I don't know what stage they'll be at, whether they'll still be at the angry stage. I can't tell you that. But yeah, I think that's why they keep on popping up again. So the last card you have for your future is the Ace of Pentacles. Amazing, beautiful, fantastic card. Love this card. This thing that you're thinking of, this thing where you're going to help people, this learning project or this learning business or whatever this is that I was seeing in the Wheel of Fortune, please do this. This is some kind of service, and it's really going to help people. You're really going to make a difference to people's lives if you do this thing. The other thing I'm seeing here is it's an idea that's really different. It might not have been ever done before. It's like you're a trailblazer when it comes to this thing. Look how narrow this path is on this card. It's a very narrow path. Nobody has been on this path before. You're the first one to go down that. Please do this. That's what this card's telling you. The idea you have for this is a gift that's come to you. Please use this gift and go ahead with this thing. When you do this thing, it's going to be beautiful. It's going to help you. It's also going to help a lot of people, and it's really going to transform some people. I'm actually seeing some feedback coming to you with people saying to you, you've really changed my life. You've really helped me. You've helped me with this. You've helped me with that. That's what I'm seeing there. It's absolutely beautiful.